Hey guys, Jamie Grace here. I think I'm doing this right. I was joking this morning and saying that. Oh, wait, I think I'm live now. Okay. I was joking this morning and saying, like, I feel like an old lady. Like, everything has changed. It's not so easy to just, like, hop on live stream on the internet. But I'm really happy to be here. So, what I'm going to do, just while everybody's gathering here and everything, I'm going to hop over to my Facebook on my phone and I'm gonna make sure that I invite everybody from my Facebook to join as well. And so, yeah, okay, it's saying that they're live. Cool. It's crazy. Like as you get older, you think you're like young and cool, and then you try to do things like go live on the internet, and you're like, wait, maybe I'm not as young and cool as I anticipated. But no, I'm really happy to be here. My name's Jamie Grace, for those of you guys that don't know. And I do have Tourette syndrome. And like I said, I'm sharing on my personal Facebook right now. I'm working on getting this post up because I want to just share that I'm live, and then I'm going to be talking about a little bit about like my story and my journey with Tourette syndrome. And if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comments below. Um, and I'm going to share a song that I wrote about having Tourette syndrome, and then I am going to try to answer some of your questions if you guys would like for me to. So, hey guys, I'm live with the Tourette Association right now. Come join us. Smiley face. You always have to add a smiley face. It just makes sense. Am I right? Okay. It's crazy because one of my tics, sometimes I think this happens with my tics. I don't know if this is like a personality thing or if this is like exclusively like a Tourette thing. I don't really know. I'm not a neurologist. But sometimes I'll see actions and I'll like, oh, my mic was really loud. Sorry, guys. I'll see certain actions and stuff. And then I'll like start, that'll become my tick. So, like, my daughter has been doing, she's 11 months old, and she's been like doing this thing lately where she's just like, ugh, ugh. And so I've been like accidentally like repeating that a lot, and then it's like turned into a tick. So fun little fact about me. So yeah, I have Tourette syndrome. I was diagnosed when I was 11 years old, and it's definitely been challenging. I'm 28 now. I'm married and I have a kid, and I make music for a living. I travel and sing. I don't really do much traveling now, considering we're in a pandemic, but I used to travel and sing all the time. And right now, I mostly just spend time up here, no, up here in my recording studio, in my house, and just making music. And it's so much fun, and I love it a lot. I make a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. A while ago, I was in was it DC? Yeah, I was in DC with the Tourette Association, and I shared something kind of like with the young people there. And so I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys in case it's helpful for anybody out there that has Tourette syndrome. And then I'm going to sing a song called Marching On that comes out in 2 days on this Friday. And so this is like the first exclusive place to hear it. But yeah, so I came up with a list of like 7 things that I wish that I knew when I was a teenager about having Tourette syndrome that honestly I think are applicable to anybody that's a teenager or a young adult in general, or even an old adult like myself. But the first one, I just put that every moment that you choose to live is a moment you should celebrate. And I say that because a lot of times, like, people have struggled, and I know that I struggled with like, why am I here? Like, what's the point of being here if I'm just in pain all of the time? And like, sorry, that's definitely an alarm on my phone. But like, what's the point of being here? Like, if I'm in pain, or like feeling like I'm just causing so much stress on my family by my tics and by my Tourette, and feeling like I'm a burden to the people that I love. And it's like, what is the point? You know what I mean? And so I had to just remind myself that every moment that I choose to live is a moment I should celebrate. Like, literally, this moment, and this moment, and this moment. And it allows me to focus on everything, every moment, instead of like, oh, I'm only going to be proud of myself when I accomplish something that people celebrate, or I'm only going to be proud of myself when this many people like a photo, or I'm only going to be proud of myself when I graduate, instead of being proud of myself for studying for a test. No matter what you get like, but no matter what grade you get on the test, you still took the time out to study for the test. And so it's like just choosing to celebrate every moment, even when it, even when it, even when it seems like a really small moment. The second thing that I wish I could have known or that I would tell myself is that this is bigger than you. And that's not to be discouraging, like, oh, Tourette syndrome is scary and it's bigger than you. But it's like, it's actually meant to be encouraging because when you realize that you don't have to do something all by yourself, when you realize you don't have to carry a load all by yourself, it can actually be refreshing. For me, I have learned to really invest in my faith, and I have learned to really invest in my family and receive the support and help from my family, and to just lean on music when I need it, and to lean in my friend community. And so it's just really important to know that, like, this is bigger than you, but in a good way, like, because like it's good to have support from other people. Um, the next thing I would have told myself, I mean, a lot of people might think this is Tourette related or not, it just depends, but I would say to eat more tacos because, like, I just feel like that's important for everybody, no matter what kind of life you live. Because when I was a teenager, I thought that Taco Bell were like the tacos, and yeah, they're cool for like a weekend, but they're not real tacos. So now that I'm an adult and I live on the West Coast, I'm like, oh, I was missing out. So I would tell every teenager to find an authentic restaurant to eat some authentic tacos. The next thing that I would say is, like, you may not change everyone's mind, but you may plant a seed that could later change someone's life. I remember when people would like pick on me for having Tourette syndrome, I would want to fix the whole situation. I would want to be like, let me explain what Tourette syndrome is. Let me tell you how stressful it is. Listen, listen, listen. You have to listen. Like that little kid on that viral video, like, Linda, Linda, listen. I would want to change their mind and change their life and make everything perfect or better. But that's not always my job. Sometimes by simply living my authentic self, like not hiding my tics and just by being myself and even sharing my story with someone, it may not make them say, oh, I understand Tourette syndrome now. Thanks for explaining to me, Grace. But it might give them a sensitivity that they carry later in life. Maybe they see someone else who's different later on and they don't think, oh, that person is weird. They think, oh, that person's kind of like that other unique person that I met. Maybe I should be a little bit nicer. You know what I mean? You may not change everything about that person right away, but by speaking up, by choosing to spread awareness, by choosing to be yourself, you could still be making a positive impact in their life. Um, Two more things. I was going to say two more things. That is three. Two more things that I would say to my younger self would, I would say, like, that you're you're going to find your people. I had good people in my life growing up. I had my family. I've always had my family, and I've had some good friends, and I've even had some great friends. And I'm speaking specifically middle and high school. I had some great people in my life, but it's not really until like the last 5 to 7 years that I could say that I feel like I've really gathered my people, my village, my 2 a.m. phone calls. And I'm so grateful for that. Sometimes, as someone with Tourette syndrome, we feel like we're never going to find our people. We feel like we're so alone. We feel so isolated. We feel like we're never going to make friends. Or maybe you don't feel like that, but a lot of us do. And I just want to remind you that you are going to find your people. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a village of 45 people that it's like, yeah, it's 46 of us in total. We are ride or dies. Like, that's elaborate. But those 2 to 3 people that they're not your everything, they're not your all consuming everything, but they are good, solid friends with good and great qualities. And you guys have incredible community and conversation and movie nights and accountability and encouragement and support within each other. You're going to find your people. So don't lose sight of that. And the final thing that I would say to my younger self, 15-year-old Jamie Grace with Tourette syndrome, I would tell her that you can be someone's person. You can be someone's people, if you will. So often when we feel alone and when we feel isolated, we tend to think that we're the only ones that feel alone or that feel isolated. I remember when I would walk in a room with a bunch of other high schoolers, or even when I first went to college and I first walked into that cafeteria after my first lunch break, and I was like, whoa, all of these people have their people. They're all at these tables with their friends. They all have their community. Where do I fit in? And God just spoke to me. And again, I told you guys that faith is a huge part of my life. So this is just more of like my personal experience. I was just pressed to look around the room and see if there was anybody else that looked like they felt alone. And there was. Sometimes when we walk into a room and everybody looks like they have their people, we stand there thinking, no one else feels like me. But if we look close enough, there's someone else sitting alone. There's someone else by themselves. There's someone else that looks lonely. There's someone else trying to laugh at a joke they know they don't understand. There's someone else trying to fit into a circle that they're clearly being pushed out of. Sometimes when we're looking for our people, we have to make sure that we realize that someone else is too, and we can be their people. And I know that's not grammatically correct, but I like to say it. You can be somebody's people. And then you guys aren't alone anymore. And that's a really, really cool thing. So I want to share this song with you guys. It's called Marching On. This is my very first time playing this song for anybody. But it's really important to me that I share it with you guys. Because this song is really important to me. And so I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to spring a little slow out here. So this song comes out on Friday. It comes out on like iTunes and stuff like that. Spotify, Apple Music, you can stream it. It'll also be on my YouTube channel on Friday. So if you're looking for like how you can make sure that you know that song is coming out, I'm on Instagram at Jamie Grace H. And that is the best place to find me. But I try to be a cool millennial, so you can find me on most of the other internet places, except for TikTok. I don't really know what to do there. I'm just like, cool. But yeah, I hope that you guys like this song. I'm also gonna just double check that my microphone doesn't just like choose to go crazy loud because I don't want to be screaming at you guys. There's something about us. We were made for moments just like this. There's something about us. When the music drops in the spotlight, it sparks a light in us. We don't always try, but we always stand out. There's something about us. Our mamas call it bravery. There's something about us. When we're sick and we fall to our knees, it sparks a light in us to find a hope that we will not give up. We won't give up, no, 'cause we are warriors. We are beautiful, even with the scars. We march on, 'cause we are fighters. We're marching on. Oh, oh. There's nothing about strength that says you gotta be old, you gotta be taller. Nothing about strength says wait until the battle's over. Even if you throw a punch while you're crying, at least you're still fighting. We are warriors, and we are beautiful, even with the scars. Yeah, we march on, 'cause we are fighters. We're marching on. Oh, oh. There's something about joy. When you find it, you can't let go. It's like a tick you can't ignore. It comes through all the pain you're holding in, something about joy in the middle of any kind of storm. And there's something about peace. It's knowing you were made from more than just any broken piece. Created for a reason. Oh, there's something about peace in the middle of any kind of storm. You are a warrior. You are beautiful. Yeah, we are warriors. We are beautiful. Even with the scars, yeah, we march on, 'cause we are fighters. We're marching on. Oh, oh, we're marching on. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you guys so much for listening. I was like kind of like looking at your comments, and as it says, it's the first time I ever sang it for like anybody, so I was also looking at the words. But thank you guys so much. I mean, this song means a lot to me. Like, it's crazy when I was writing it. I kept thinking like I wanted to be saying we're warriors, and then I was like, no, I wanted to say we're beautiful. And as a songwriter, sometimes you don't put words like warrior and beautiful in the same song because you're like, well, no, warrior is like strong, but beauty is like, oh. And I was like, you know what? No, you can be a warrior and you can be beautiful at the same time. And when it comes to us with Tourette syndrome, but also just us that have faced any kind of adversity, no matter who you are, no matter what it is you're going through, it's beautiful to be a warrior. And warriors are beautiful because of their strength and their bravery and their courage. And I hope this song can be an encouragement to you and a reminder of that. Um, I'm really appreciating some of your comments. I'm seeing some of you guys. There's one in particular, Julie Glatzhofer, I think her name is. That's a fun last name. That's really cool. I love names with Z's in them. They make me very happy. She says both of her sons have Tourette syndrome. And, I think like, I hope that this song is an encouragement for moms, because I know that moms go through a lot when your children have these complexities, but also for her sons as well. And Jen Favreau, thank you so much. She said that her daughter looks up to me a lot. That's really nice. I really appreciate it. Paulina Cabellos, thank you so much for sharing this live stream. Haley D. Freitas, y'all have some fun names. I'm sorry that my very Georgia Southern brain is like not comprehending the full beauty in your names, and I'm sorry that if I'm not, well, I know I'm not pronouncing them properly. I'm so sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this live stream, and thank you to the Tourette Association for like letting me join this live stream. This is so cool and so amazing. I mean, 13, 14-year-old me, like when I first heard about the Tourette Association, I was like on Google, just like, help me, newly diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, trying to find resources, trying to find hope, trying to find help anywhere. And I didn't know where to find it. And the Tourette Association is such a great resource for young people, for parents, for adults, for kids, for teens, trying to find help and trying to find community, trying to find anything. And even for advocates, if you don't have Tourette syndrome, if you're just like, well, how can I help? What can I do? There are always things going on, like, is it called like marathons? That's the word. I was like, what's that word that's just an M where you can run? I think they have walking ones too. There's so many incredible resources with the Tourette Association. Janice Bird, she says she's 52 and has had Tourette syndrome since she was 9 years old, and she's blessed to see me. I'm blessed to see you. That's so encouraging. It's always encouraging to hear from another person that is further along in life than you are, and just to see them doing well. And so that's encouraging to me. So thank you. Thank you, Lori King and Olivia Patillo and Jen Favreau, thank you so much. That's really nice. Sinead Brown for quoting my song Reverb. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been so much fun. If you have Tourette syndrome and you want to be a part of the Marching On video, you can just visit my Instagram story, or you can visit, just remember my name, jamiegrace.com/TS. That sounded so vain. Just remember my name. But jamiegrace.com/TS. And you can be a part of a video that's going to come out next month. But this song Marching On comes out this Friday. Thank you again to the Tourette Association for letting me be a part of this. You guys are wonderful humans, and I'm really grateful to have gotten to do this. Oh, Olivia, thank you. She said she follows the Tourette Association on Instagram. That's really cool what they do. It is. I forgot. Social media is a great place for the Tourette Association as well, where you can follow what they do. I want to make sure that I say they're right. Oh, yeah, it's just at Tourette Association on Instagram right here. You see that? It's just like a great resource. That's me. No, wait, that's not me. That is not me. The girl. I didn't toot. My arm slid on the table. I should go now. I'm getting weird. Thank you guys for joining me. Rochelle. Wow. Okay, sorry. Rochelle said, I discovered you a couple years ago and I was born again. I'm a 38-year-old adult with TS and I run an educational page named Michigan Track Connect. You've helped me through some real tough times. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Rochelle. It's beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Stay home if you can. Be safe. Love people. Be kind. Eat more tacos. Authentic ones only. Well, Taco Bell too, but authentic ones.